You actually suggested this one, and it's a pretty intense story.
Yeah, it's Samson and Delilah.
Samson and Delilah, it's got power, betrayal, the whole 9 yards. What are we going to try and get out of this one today for everybody?
Well, it's interesting because, everyone knows the surface level of this story, but there's so much more going on underneath. Like, how strong can you be and still be vulnerable? How do you handle trust? What does that even mean for us today,
Right. And right away, we got to talk about Samson's strength. I mean, this wasn't like he hit the gym, right? It was a gift. The source is clear about that and tied to his hair. Like, don't cut your hair and you get to be super strong. So it wasn't just muscle.
It was almost like the hair was the visual part, right? Like a reminder of this connection he had, something bigger than him. It wasn't just his. It was like conditional. Yeah. And that makes you think, what's your hair? What's that thing in your life? Maybe it's how you act or a rule you have that if you mess with it, all your strength goes away.
That's a good one. And then there's Delilah. I mean, she is not letting go of the secret. The story's pretty blunt. She wants that reward money, and she's going to keep pushing until she gets it. It wasn't a one-time ask, was it?
Oh, no. She's relentless. This wasn't Samson slipping up once. It was constant pressure, chipping away at him. Has anyone ever done that to you? Like needing to know something, pushing your boundaries?
Yeah.
That's Delilah. It's like how manipulation works. Just wear you down over time.
And at first, Samson is giving her these fake answers. Like, he knows he shouldn't tell her, but he's still messing around, right? It's like testing the waters, but the waters have got, crocodiles in them.
Exactly. It's this push and pull. He gets the danger, but he doesn't walk away. Why? I think that's for all of us to ask ourselves, how many times are we in situations that feel risky, but we stick around hoping it'll work out differently? What does that say about us? And what can we learn from how it goes for Samson?
And then, boom, he tells her the hair secret. After all that, he spills it. Why do you think he finally gives in?
That's the heart of this whole tragedy, right? Maybe he was tired of fighting. Maybe you wanted her to like him that much. Maybe he just felt trapped. But it shows how powerful feelings can mess with your head, make you tell the wrong person things they shouldn't know. Think about when you've shared something really private. What got you to that point of trusting them?
And the consequences are immediate and brutal. Hair is gone, strength is gone, he's captured, they blind him, make him work like a slave. Talk about a fall from grace.
Like, bam, 1, 2, 3, you're down. It really shows how directly connected his strength and his secret were. And for us, I think it makes you go, what's that thing in my work, my relationships, that if it got messed with would just wreck everything? What do we need to protect most fiercely?
But then, while he's in prison, his hair starts growing back. That little detail, it's almost like a little spark of hope, right? Like maybe things can turn around.
That regrowth is huge symbolically. It's like saying, even after you screw up massively, even when someone betrays you, there's still that chance to come back, to be strong again. Not about forgetting what happened, but about knowing there might be a different future waiting, even when it seems impossible.
And that leads to the end. Samson prays, then he pulls down the whole temple, killing himself and all those Philistines. That's a pretty huge final act.
But a powerful ending. It's like the cost of power, getting out of control, how destructive revenge can be. Makes you ask, was it worth it? What about sacrifice? When is too far too far? For you listening, think about those times in your life where you felt backed into a corner, like no way out. What happens then? What gets destroyed and what gets fixed? Even if it's a messed up kind of fixing.
So we're looking at a story where incredible power gets taken away by breaking trust, where people can be manipulated, and where choices have really serious consequences.
And those consequences can hit fast and hard.
Right. It's a reminder of how our strengths and weaknesses are connected and how important it is to protect the things that truly make us strong.
Absolutely.
I'll leave you with this. Thinking about Samson and Delilah, the power, the trust, the consequences, what's the one time in your life, maybe it's happening now, where those things were the biggest deal for you? What did you learn, or what are you still figuring out because of it? Thanks for joining us on this one.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
See you next time.
See you.